Actually, this is really very poignant when you think about it. They say you should never mix business with pleasure. But when your business is one of the world's greatest pleasures, I say, enjoy your good fortune. Charles Merinoff is a man who appreciates his good fortune and shares it with those who are less fortunate than he. He is chairman of the family-owned Chalmers Sunbelt Group, which continues to grow and remains one of the driving forces in the wine and spirit industry, delivering and marketing a vast array of namesake brands like Jack Daniel's whiskeys and E&J Gallo wines. He's our person of the year, not just because of his brilliant business acumen, but because he's got a big heart. Charles pays attention to details. He pays attention to everyone's needs, and he understands everyone's position. He's an arbiter and a listener who brings people to the table and inspires, empowers, and unites them. And he and his wife, Lee, make a dynamic team, always thinking about how they can help create positive change and make the world a better place for others. They're kind of like the Bill and Melinda Gates of the wine business in some ways. In addition to the significant time that Charlie gives to worthy organizations like North Shore Long Island Jewish Health Systems, he also founded the annual Wine and Wishes tasting and auction. This auction has raised more than $6 million for the Make-A-Wish Foundation, which provides terminally ill children with a beautiful final wish.
We have an amazing family business of 7,500 people. I think there are three traits in our company, and it starts with the deep caring of each other. And we do like to win, and we're willing to work hard. And when you put those three elements together, you create an amazing team, an amazing culture. That's what we're trying to create at our company.
I love talking about Charlie the individual because he is one of the most energetic and creative people I've ever met. He's a lovable guy. Everybody likes Charlie because Charlie always does give the edge. He's always an optimist. He's always looking for what's best in people, and he really cares about people. And that's a great place to be.
When I think about Charlie and being charitable, I think of one particular day in the middle of an awful snowstorm when very few people made it into the office. And Charlie made it in, but he was very late. And the reason was that he had stopped to dig out 3 different people along the way. And he was soaking wet, his clothes were ruined. And I don't even think he noticed. But that's Charlie.
It's always been a great relationship business. Why not? We're in wine and spirits. We go out to dinner, we eat well, we drink well. It's very easy to build those personal relationships. We have had a lot of people from the outside come into our industry. Very rarely do they leave. Very rarely do they leave. They really do have a good time in our industry. It is something very special. I met an extraordinary woman and married her, and my wife, Lee. For her, it was going into the community and actually making a real difference. So when you look at my community and my charitable work, it has evolved over time. Today, it's about actively going out into the communities, participating, and physically trying to make a difference. And I tell you, it is probably one of the single most important things that is part of our family and corporate culture that drives our success, is that giving the edge to, be it my supplier, be it my associates, my customers, or the community that I work in. Always working hard to give them the edge is the winning strategy.
So you've heard the expression, you need to give the edge to get the edge. Charlie just needs to give the edge. And it's a wonderful example of what people should be like.
I am so pleased to present Wine Enthusiast Man of the Year Award to Charles Merinoff. There you go, buddy.
Wow, thank you. I must be getting old to get an award like this. I just want to thank you all for being here. It's been a long night, so many wonderful accomplishments by so many accomplished people. Congratulations to all the winners this evening. I want to thank you, Adam, Sybil, all the staff of the Wine Enthusiasts who've made this evening so special. I always say when anything looks easy, it's because people are killing themselves to make it look that way. I want to thank you all for this amazing honor. I am thrilled to receive this award, for it is something I truly strive for, is being a good person in all my dealings. But like so many accomplishments, it's not about one individual, it's about a group of people who made this award possible. I think one of the things that I did absolutely brilliantly, two things in surrounding myself with the right people. One, picking my parents. I tell you, I did a brilliant job in picking my parents. And they say life is a marathon, and if that is true, being born to Herman and Sue Merinoff is like starting the race on the 15-mile mark. Not that I was guaranteed to win, but I certainly had an extraordinary opportunity to be towards the front of the pack. My father gave me this amazing opportunity inside this business. He allowed me to both succeed and fail many times over. He encouraged me to take risk. He told me not to be afraid of making mistakes. And he always inspired me by his hard work. But the most important thing he taught me was to listen to my mother. He was right. I truly believe the key to my commercial success and my personal success were not the things that I learned from my father, but the things I learned from my mother. What did she teach me? Be a good person, help others, do unto others as you would like them to do unto you. I always felt that my father's greatness was not about his intellect, which everyone thought, but it was truly about his humanity, his caring for people, and that's what our mothers taught us. The second brilliant thing I did to my wife, as I said in the film, was marrying my wife, who produced two amazing children who are with me this evening. I am so proud of my daughter Leslie and my son Andrew, who are here tonight. Please stand up. My wife, like me, believed in philanthropy, and she felt it was critical to pass this on to my children. There was only one problem. My wife did not believe in philanthropy like my family, where you write checks and sit on boards. She was a starving artist in Brooklyn. So the only philanthropy she could do is giving of herself, and that meant I had to give myself. So we started out with our two kids working on a project called Bridges, where we'd go on Friday nights and feed the homeless underneath the Manhattan bridges in New York City. My son eventually found an organization called Heifer International, where its goal was to end poverty through self-sufficiency, sustainable agriculture, and animal husbandry. Through this organization, we traveled the world: Peru, Ecuador, Rwanda, Uganda, Tibet, and China. We visited different projects. We worked on some, lived with families, worked with them, and we saw how the rest of the world really lives. A world without running water, without electricity, sewage. It was truly an amazing event in our lives, and I'll never forget dropping my daughter off, Leslie, in this small little village in Uganda. She was a little nervous leaving. I was a little nervous leaving her. We got her back 2 days later. I was afraid she wasn't going to come home with us. Together we learn that happiness has nothing to do with what you have. It is truly a state of being, and we live with people who had nothing and had all the happiness in their lives that they had with their families and friends. So you see, when you're born to parents like mine, you marry a wife like Lee, you have no choice but to work hard and be a good person. So I want to thank, in closing, I want to thank my brothers, my sisters, all my cousins who have given me this wonderful opportunity to lead this great company, the Charmer Sunbelt Group. The magic of our company is its 7,500 people who each day define our company not by the value they create for our family, but by also the value they create in their communities that they live in. It never ceases to amaze me how much our people work in their communities, not directed by us, but just out of the love of others. Finally, I want to thank all of you here, all my suppliers, vendors, partners, who made this evening such a special evening. God bless you all. Thank you. Just a healthy and a happy year for you all. God bless you all. Thank you.